Hi guys, it's nice to see everyone. Again, just from my intro, my name is Crystal. I am the real Christina from the Crank and Glass books. I have been promising an update about my vacation, so here I am. Sorry when I start out fumbling, it happens sometimes. It's been a long week, either way. But obviously, I'm downstairs today because the upstairs space is being used for the office, so I'm just kind of improvising because I did promise and I want to make sure that I keep my promise. So, anyways, I just wanted to tell you about the vacation. And at the end of the video, I have, oh God, over 100 pictures, but I put them into a little slideshow for you so you can look at the pictures. And if there's any questions or anything, of course, I'm here to answer them. So, the first flight there was awesome. Everything worked out good. He upgraded us to full first class, which was my first time. And he did that my husband, of course, did that so that I could have the experience. And yeah, let me just tell you, it doesn't seem like much, but just the priority with your bags, with getting on the plane, the bigness of the seats, and the way they treat you when you're there, I promise you it's worth the upgrade. I'm feeling like one of the first class citizens now instead of a peasant, which the way home was a little bit different. So I'll get to that. So we got there, and the first thing we did was we went to the Uranus Fudge Factory the same day because we wanted to hit it before we were driving the opposite direction for our cabin. So met up with my best friend Malia and her family. And we went out, and I got to see my babies, which, oh my God, I missed them so much. She has 4 boys. And I love them like they're my own kids, and I just missed them so much. I included a picture of Kason in the actual photos because he actually he spent the week with his sissy Megan, and there's a reason for that. Is because the prices of the plane tickets were so high because of the eclipse. We just couldn't swing the third ticket at that point, and we wanted him to be well taken care of, and so he got to spend time with Gunnar, which is Megan's son, and hang out with Megan. And for the first day or so, he was really upset, but then he settled in and he had a great time, and he came back happy, and he was so happy to see us when we got home. So happy. He is a little attached to his mother, and so it's good to be apart from him for a few days once in a while, anyways. But it was nice getting back and seeing how much he missed me. Either way, it made me feel good. But anyway, so we got there. We went to the Uranus Fudge Factory, which I've gotten t-shirts. I actually posted one of the pictures of one of my shirts. But they had some cool shirts there. So if you look at the pictures, some of the details are on the shirts. They're hilarious. We got Cash some new shirts too. He's wearing one or two of them in some of the pictures also. But that's a fun place. Lots of Uranus entendres, and it was fun. It was great, and we got some fudge. So besides our t-shirts, I did actually get fudge from the place. So then we went back. We spent the night in Springfield, Missouri, and then we all gathered together in the morning, and we made the drive to it's Cotter, Arkansas, but we were calling it Cooter, Arkansas because we're funny, and it was fun. So anyways, we stayed at Cooter for a couple days, but the cabin was beautiful. We ended up upgrading our cabin. Something came available. We had a smaller, kind of like a double wide on reserve, and someone did a last minute cancellation. So the prices weren't $1,000 a night. We were able to get a good cabin for a good price, and it was amazing. Plenty of room for everybody. Had its own private, like deck outside, so we were able to see the eclipse super clear. The eclipse was an amazing and transcendent experience. It was, it can't even really be described how it felt. When it was first starting, it was almost like the whole world we're looking at through tinted glass, almost is the best way I can describe it. But it did get completely dark. Some of those pictures that Cash managed to get are ridiculously amazing. Like some of the best I've seen posted. So check them out for sure. He got a bunch of really, really good ones. I swear he should be a professional photographer, because he's just like, I have the same camera, the same phone, and I could not come anywhere near that. He had to take the pictures through the glasses on the lens of his phone. Oh God, contact. Sorry. Okay. Through the lens, the actual viewing glasses on the lens of his phone, because it wouldn't pick up the images. An eclipse is a strange thing. Like if you tried to look at it, not that you could look at it with the naked eye, but being the fact that you could not get any pictures without the glasses over the phone, it tells me that you wouldn't even be able to see it happening unless you have the glasses, and until it actually completes, and then you could take everything off and you can look, and it's just the coolest experience ever. But I mean, it was peaceful. There was like free range chickens running around. The neighbors would let them out, and they're like wandering around on the porch. It was just so cool. My boys got to go fishing for the first time. They didn't catch anything, but they got to at least practice and learn how to cast out their little poles and all that. We had Christmas in April because we were saving up all our Christmas presents for each other because we knew it was coming. And I got the Hogwarts game for my Switch and a brand new awesome freaking controller for my Switch. So that made me happy. I actually carried those on the carry-on with me on the plane because I didn't want to give them up just in case. But anyways, we had a great time. My friends had a great time. My husband had a great time. There were literally zero problems, no issues. I only got one bug bite on my shoulder, even though we were outside a lot. It was just an amazing time. And then after Arkansas, we got in the rental car and we drove. That was the long leg. We drove up to see my mother in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and I had some reservations about it, of course. I actually forgot to add the final picture of the portrait that I did for her. So I'll try to throw that in at the end if I can. But it turned out really, really good. I did put that in the last video, I think. So I think you guys actually got to see it either way. So I guess it doesn't matter. But anyways, she understood the significance of the gesture and actually talked about it. Usually when she gets a gift, she's uncomfortable with getting gifts, I think. And she says thank you and then never talks about it again. She actually brought it up several times, which tells me that the significance of it wasn't lost on her and it actually meant something to her too. And I got to see, I'm sorry I didn't get any pictures of the visit with my mom. It was only for a couple of hours. We had dinner. We got to see her house, and then we went and had dinner. So I got to see my brother and my son and my mom and my stepdad. And again, I was having a great time. Believe it or not, I didn't get pictures because I was actually, for the first time in a long time, very comfortable in their company, and I just had a great and relaxing and fun time. They were most definitely different this time, making efforts not to talk about controversial things that would cause an argument. They were being real. They were making inquiries about, my family on this side, my stepson, and everything, which is out of character for them. Again, they were being. It was just a great experience. Like, my stepdad told me he loved me for the first time ever in my whole life when he was hugging me goodbye. It was probably, like I said, the best experience I've had with my mom and my stepdad in years and years and years and years and years and years and years. So I just want you guys to know that went really well, and it went a long way towards some sort of repaired relationship in the future. I'm sure Rome wasn't built in a day, and we will still have our issues because that's just in our nature. But I'm really happy with the way things went, and I'm just really happy that that I'm feeling some sort of healing starting. And then after that, the same night, we drove the last almost 3 hours into Tennessee. My sister's in Dover, so we were kind of right outside at Airbnb, which Wasn't anywhere near as nice as the first one. The bed was a little uncomfortable, gave me the twisties. But it was better than just a hotel room because we were able to freely move about and have our own kitchen and bathroom. And you gotta have a bathroom in a hotel room, but you know what I mean, like a house, an actual house. So it was still nice. It wasn't like dismally disappointing or anything, but compared to the other one, it was a little, if that makes any sense. But we hung out with my sister. We had kind of 2 full days. I got to see my daughter, which you'll see pictures posted of my daughter and one of my nephews. The other nephew was a little elusive. They're a little uncomfortable on camera, I think, which is why I wasn't taking weird pictures of like my brother-in-law or anything either, because I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. But they're pictures of my sister and everything, and it just we just hung out. We went out to dinner one of the nights, but we mostly just hung out and caught up and spent some time getting to know each other again, and it was awesome. Also, her little setup there is beautiful. She's got a big piece of land, and we just chilled. It rained a little bit one of those days, and we just chilled in the rain and hung out and talked and just remember what it was like to be sisters again. And so I missed her immediately when we left, of course. Last leg of the journey was the only part that we had any real issues with. The drive into Tennessee, or into, I'm sorry, we're already in Tennessee, but into Nashville, Tennessee was uneventful until we got into Nashville. So I just want to let you guys know, if you're ever in Nashville, the drivers there are ridiculous and crazy, and you're better off getting an Uber at that point. Trust me when I say that was a terrifying freeway experience. Those people, pardon my French, give no fucks. They really just don't. It was a little terrifying, but we got to the airport, had to turn the rental car in at 2, and our original plane ride out was like around 5. Plane had a flat tire. It was there, but it had a flat tire. Got delayed to leave. So they switched us flights into a different city so we could still make it home that night. When they did that, they separated our seats. We stayed in first class on the first leg, which was a short leg, and went into literally completely separate rows in coach for the 3-hour last leg. It was terrible. The people were rude and kicking the back of my seat. We were supposed to get food, so of course we were starving by the time we get home, because you don't get food if you're not first class. And then come to find out the whole time that they didn't even need to change our flight, because the connecting flight that we would have missed from the late flight happened to be the same freaking plane. So they would have taken us off, cleaned the plane, and put us back on the same plane that made the connecting flight late. But still got there before we actually got there. So our bags stayed on the plane, even though the guy lied to me and told me that they would be taken off. Our bags got there ahead of us. We had to wait for them to get released from a locked office when we got there. But at least they made it. So little things, right? Little things. I'm just glad we didn't have to go searching for them after. But the return flight home was hell. It was absolute and total hell. And that's why I say I felt like I was relegated back to a peasant. Because you don't feel like a peasant until you experience first class and then get shoved back in to coach again. Then you really feel it. Trust me, you really feel it. So, excuse me, I've been kind of coughing the whole trip, but I feel obviously much better, but I still got stuff coming out of my lungs. But I'm healthy. I'm doing good. All in all, it was a really fantastic trip. A lot of trips like that you can have all kinds of shit go wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that the vast 98% of everything went really well. It was a great trip, and I have no regrets. I don't know if you guys have any more questions about anything. If you have any questions, kind of specific questions about my mom or how that went or anything like that, you can feel free to ask in the comments or message me. But I'm feeling a lot better about our relationship, about the world. I'm feeling rested. I'm feeling a lot of vacations. You come back not feeling rested. I was a little tired the first day back, but other than that, Doing good. Sorry I didn't post a video yesterday. I had some irritation from my contact. My eye was red and gushing, and I didn't want to go on camera looking like, gimpy. So, um, I am, I guess, going to sign off for now. I am going to actually go make a pie. I've decided to create my own lemon cream pie. Lemon curd, pastry cream, stabilized whipped cream, a little bit of lemon zest on the top. So I'm excited about that. And other than that, I'm chilled out. I need to get on selling some houses. So if you know anyone in the area that needs a little help, obviously I'm in the northern Nevada area that needs help finding a house or selling a house, let me know. I'm on the job. I have all the right connections. I do have a little something going on with a mobile home for a family member, so it won't be a lot for me, but at least it will be something under my belt, and it'll tick off that 0 mark for me, and that will help. I know it gets a little discouraging, but hopefully I can change all that here shortly. I hope. We're kind of tired of living in Reno after the trip, and now looking more seriously at moving back to the Mid-East. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I love you all. I will talk to you soon. And again, if you have any questions or you want me to talk about anything specific, just let me know in the comments. I will see you guys soon. All right, bye.